I was about to go and then you just kicked the camera. Ever since we had our very first kid, we tried to keep the proper perspective and make sure that our kids were not the center of our home. This is something that's easy to let slide and happen even from time to time for us. But it's so important just to remember that our kids are living in our house with us. It's not the other way around. We're not living in their house with them. There's three big areas we feel like this impacts and why it's so important to us.
Number one is for your marriage. When you have a baby, there's this natural tendency for you to kind of forget about each other and cater to the baby's every need. There's a lot of times I think the husband will take on the role of provider, the wife takes on the role of mom, and then there's just a separation that occurs between the husband and the wife, and everything is focused around the child.
Yeah, raising the kid. It's all about the kid. Divorce is such a big deal anyways, but it's interesting. A lot of people get divorced after their kids are raised. Once they become empty nesters and they realize they don't really know each other anymore. They haven't put
priority on their relationship. So the thing that they had in common, their relationship was focused around, is now gone, and they have nothing between each other.
Yeah, so it's important just to be, practically, is just to make sure you prioritize time together and put the kids to bed early so you can have couple time, go on dates. Undivided attention, this is a hard thing even for us to do, is to not be doing other things when we're spending time together, but make sure that she feels valued from me and vice versa. Divorce, bad. Marriage, good. The second one, why are you laughing?
Just go.
The second one is for your kids. It's important for your kids, even like we just talked about, because it increases the chances of mom and dad staying together and staying married. I don't know of anybody who has gone through their parents being divorced that has not been affected by it.
No matter what age.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what age it is, it makes a difference. So mom and dad staying together is a big deal. But it's important for the kids as well. It really discourages selfishness.
So our kids are going to learn at some point or another that the world does not revolve around them. And I think it's going to make their lives so much easier if they learn that at an early age, rather than growing up and going out into the real world, into the workplace, and then being told no by a boss or a teacher or a coach or whatever that looks like. I think it is important to affirm them and tell them that they do matter.
But they need to know too that life isn't fair and they're not always going to get what they want or the position that they want and stuff like that. And let them understand that from early on from us. One of the practical ways we try to teach this in our house is once they start saying "that's mine," that phrase, they say that all the time and they fight about it all the time, is just to kind of correct them in realizing that it's actually not theirs. They live in our house. They use our things, they eat our food, and so we share with them, they can share with other people, they don't need to be selfish about it. It's not about them. The third one is for you as a parent. Being a parent is hard anyways, and it's so much more exhausting and challenging when the kid has become the center of the home. Ways that in real life happens is, mealtime, having to fix 5 meals because they don't like any of the other things you fix. Or having to share your bed because they won't sleep in their room.
You take them out to the store and they start pitching a fit over something they want because that's worked for them in the past. So why wouldn't it work this time?
Yeah, and it's okay to care for yourself and take care of yourself and making sure that you're healthy, because that ultimately makes the child healthier anyways. I think sometimes we have this idea that we have to sacrifice everything to no end for our kids, and there is certainly some sacrifice with being a parent. But if they really want a toy and you would like to buy coffee for your spouse, you know what? Maybe you don't buy the toy for them, and that's totally okay. They can live with that. And I think as our kids get older, there may be some times where one of them wants to do a certain sport and our budget only allows for that, or maybe date night, and we're gonna do date night because that's a priority for us, and we feel like that's more important than them getting what they want.
So we believe that the home should be centered around God and His Word first. Marriage falls in after that, and then the kids after that. We believe this is the biblical model for a home and is going to result in the best outcome for our family and our kids.
Yeah, we have found this to be definitely super helpful for us, and we think already in our kids as well, and hopefully it encourages you guys in it.